Hello and welcome to All I Do Is Try and Stay Upbeat and Chipper, yet I've just had my birthday in a pandemic, ladies and gentlemen. I am feeling it today. Oh, feeling that November Friday the 13th glum blues. However,
Did you do the?
I'm joined by this ray of sunshine that is Allie Woods, here to lighten up everyone's day.
Did you do the Allie Woods classic?
What's that?
Bottle of vodka
Go
in the
home and
bath.
cry.
Bottle of vodka in the bath.
Yeah. Cry yourself to sleep.
What size? Depending on what size, if it's just Thursday, just a small one. But Friday, Saturdays, big one.
Big one. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, at least the pandemic is an excuse for no one to turn up this year. Zing!
First thing, I'm listeners are aware of my razor sharp rebuttals I normally receives, but today you are going to be getting minimal
That's what
zingbacks. That's
what
where
this
they come.
podcast is known for its zingbacks.
Yeah.
What did you So what did you get for your birthday? I imagine some diesel jeans.
Yeah.
I
got
Hollister aftershave.
Yeah. Some pretty cool Live Strong bracelets as well.
Yeah. Is it that sort of vibe?
Yeah. No, I actually
an Echo jumper.
No, I was given very nicely an espresso coffee machine.
Espresso.
Nespresso.
Nespresso. Oh, like brand. George Clooney.
Clooney brand Nespresso. The one with the pods. You put the pods in.
Yeah, fit. That's good. That'll make you more suave, won't it, when you finally got company over and stuff.
Tell next. Well, that was given to me by my bum. Oh, I can show you the other thing she got me, which I'm not too sure about, but maybe, if we get a certain amount of donations, maybe I'll take a photo.
What is it?
In the Budgie Smugglers.
Oh, wow. What do they say? Victoria?
Yes.
Are they Speedos?
Yeah.
What's Victoria?
It's like a beer brand. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Great.
So
that'll look good.
I was given
that.
If
we get to 100 quid on Patreon, you'll post a picture.
Yeah. And they were like, hi, you got to wear something on the beach, when we go to Oz, you got to wear something on the beach. And I was
that's what she said.
And I was like, what that?
Well, that is almost nothing. Yeah, that is almost like wearing nothing.
I'm gonna need a spray tan and a wax. Like, that's not.
Yeah, 100%. There's gonna be pubes on the Great Escape out of that.
I don't have any, but you got.
Mate, you don't, mate. Yeah. I actually got a special treatment when I was 23. Now it's clean for the next 10 years.
Like a dolphin.
Yeah, one ball might fall off, but that's the price you pay for beauty.
Yeah.
Smooth action man. Yeah. But is she joking with that, or do Australian men all wear Speedos?
No, that's apparently Australian men have the rigs and the aesthetic to actually pull these off.
I'm struggling.
Can you imagine a British seaside beach if all the blokes are in them?
Because with Britain, it's like
an ironic weirdo thing.
Yeah, the guy you'd expect wearing those Speedos would be huge, fat, sort of 40s, 50s. Doesn't give a fuck. That's the point, is that he's not put any of it in to his body anyways.
No,
maybe you'll have to do that.
These are for lathered up 20-somethings.
Goodness me. And you're almost out.
Ooh. Not quite, though. Not quite.
See the pain in your eyes. Counting down now, though. 364 to go.
Yeah.
Oh, but the point.
There was a lot of breakdowns, and the night before my birthday, lots of breakdowns and reassessing my life and values, and
you there tearing down your M&M posters and you're like, grow up, you know what I mean? And your S Club 7, Rachel looking sexy for S Club 7, get over it.
There was a lot of
what did you come to? What epiphanies did you have? Do more on TikTok.
A lot of strategy meetings, and what I'm going to do over the next 6 months, and how we're really going to drive for it. And then fundamentally also coming to the realization that, if it doesn't work out, if in a year or so's time, and you sat here and it's the same, then it's okay. Like, it's all right.
You can kill yourself.
Yeah.
It's okay because you can just end it.
Yeah. No, but I with like comedy and stuff, like, I just think like came to that kind of that realization that with doing, especially like live stand up, where it just takes up so much of your time in like your life or whatever, that like, you know, if in a couple of years it's not where you want it to be, you gave it a shot, and that's okay. No one wants to be the depressed weird guy at the gigs. No one likes that guy. No one wants.
What? So you would give up if you're still running ADIF Tuesdays next year?
Yeah. That was actually the barometer.
Yeah.
If I still have to see you every week on a Tuesday, then I'm out.
If you've not progressed past me messaging you Tuesday, being like, "What time are you going to arrive then?"
Yeah,
and you've been like, "Probably 7-ish."
Yeah. If we're still doing that, then I feel
at that point you throw your phone into the river, and then
Yeah.
you never do stand up again.
Yeah. That'll be.
Well, you've got a burgeoning online career.
That's it. I just do honestly being offered way more work and jobs and money to do it online. So it's sort of weird.
And then you could just do the nice gigs.
Yeah, if there's any kids out there thinking about comedy, just do it online, because like if you can do it there, you'll make way more money and be much more successful than anyone on the circuit will ever be. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's true. Yeah, you haven't asked me how I am, Tom, but
How about you?
I'm tired, mate.
I saw you got featured again. Someone at Instagram loves you.
Do you want? Well, that's why I'm tired. It's because I'm tired of just going viral. That's that wasn't. But Thomas, that wasn't featured. There was no featuring there. That was literally just popularity.
I said featured above the new one. I was on your thing. Hey, okay. I think it did definitely say that, but I don't know.
It didn't notify me. Nothing came up. It just it sprang into gear, and it was already on like 150k views.
Right.
And then
got a delayed explosion.
It just yeah, and you know what? Like, it's just a bit boring, isn't it? When you have all these videos that just get so many views.
Yeah, this one you're on about.
Yeah,
it's definitely got featured. Yeah, it says featured.
They featured.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
That's someone at Instagram. I'm telling you, they love you. So literally, they are plucking those and just being like, bam. I need to.
Well, that makes me worse, because I thought because I didn't get last time I got a notification. It said you're being featured. I was like, that's safe.
Maybe
this time I didn't get any notification.
Maybe it got lost in the notifications.
But the thing is, look, if I've got to be the poster boy for Instagram's British comedy, then I'll take that burden. I'll do that.
Take that straight.
If that's what the Instagram gods wish for me.
Yeah, someone at Facebook is currently sat there being like, I'm rooting for him. I'm going for this guy. I can't even. I assume that it's ginger network mafia that people.
It's Alan McFergus who's back there. Like, I'll just push this guy up then.
Yeah.
You
get another one. Yeah, they got Adele and Ed Sheeran through, and they're like, "Who's next? Let's go! Come on."
Adele not ginger. She's still ginger. She's a bit, to be fair.
Yeah.
Well, look, man. It's just hard, isn't it? It's like when you get millions of views, like I do for my videos. It's just really tough. It really tires you out. Well, don't need to talk about that.
What about Twitter?
So. What are these things? No. To be fair, TikTok a lot better than the last thing.
You've always notoriously said how you were purely a social media and Instagram comedian and have never mocked anyone for doing anything online.
No, I wouldn't. I think it's a very respectable industry.
Big career.
On TikTok for that one, I've got 34,000. So
that's all right.
It's decent. Yeah.
That's respectable.
For this week, so that's all right. But yeah, I mean, look. I suppose in every generation there's one voice that comes along and just sort of gets it, just sort of understands the way of the world and
trends.
I'm plugged in, mate. I'm switched on. My finger. Do you know where my finger is? On the pulse.
Yeah.
Sorry, I shouldn't have tested you with such a difficult question in your hungover state.
Well done. Well done. It's good. Hopefully, people may actually listen to this. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Imagine that.
Well, I mean, that's the worst case scenario.
Yeah. Imagine after years of doing this, that finally some people fucking pick up, fucking start subscribing to this shit.
I want the fans who are so invested
Yeah.
that they can't not listen. They've listened to 100 episodes now. They're like, what am I going to do? Not listen to it this week? Then it will mean all the other weeks were futile. Like, they must get good at some point. That's our demographic.
The core group. I would love to know. And I would love to also know how they interact with the new fair weather fans that are coming in off of Instagram.
Yeah, the ones who are listening to this 10 minutes in, and they're like, I don't get it. He's not done any sort of funny dances.
Yeah. He's not talking to himself. It's just weird. I don't want to know about this.
Are they just going to chat then? Is that all they do? Is that all they do? And the real fans are like, shh. There might be a joke soon.
Come on, we're holding out. This is going to be good.
This is a good one so far. He's already taken the piss out of him.
Yeah, this is classic stuff.
Yeah, fair weather fans. But yeah, look, you hope. And I've already got a friend of the show, Andre de Freitas, who's been on here, messaged me, hey, Allie, I see you've done really well on getting some followers. May I ask, how have you done that?
Oh, shock. Yeah. A lot of people with not that many followers asking.
Do you get asked a lot about like, oh, how did you build up your TikTok? I mean, Chelsea Hart, but
yeah, the answer with TikTok is you just do the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again. That's
insanity.
Yeah, just keep doing the same gag over and over and again. And to be honest, my growth hasn't been as rapid as it could have been because I stopped doing that because I just found it soul crashing. But
what would you have done, posh boy?
Yeah, could just do that. Could have just done that and call center thing and the call center guy over and over and over again and just kept racking. But it's a bit mind numbing.
But even when you do your other videos, I still see it as a posh man video.
Well, that's
I'm
about to have a bit of personality in our characters, not just play ourselves looking in the mirror, just like, oh, hello, all right, good.
What the people want.
That's what they want. They want that.
Someone commented, bless him, on my last video, so handsome and so funny.
Oh, your mum's a lovely woman.
Yeah, that is sort of my thing my mum would say when not looking at me. But you're so handsome and so funny. Anyway, put the dishes away. That is what she would do. Well, we'll see with comedy, man. It's looking good. The lockdown might actually not be extended, maybe. Although, look, it was weird though because we had this week we had the vaccines coming in, and everyone being like, "Is this
quality band? Yeah,
going to be over?" Hey, there we go. That's the first one of the day. Zing, got it in. Very good band. The vaccines coming in and playing their heads. And everyone's like, "Oh my god, maybe it's gonna be. Is it gonna be over? Is this actually happening? Is this actually happening?" And then we had the potential of Rishi Sunak saying there might be a need to help out in December. We won't rule it out. Get some roast dinners, get some turkey, 2 for 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then also we had the most coronavirus cases in a day for the whole year.
Most deaths, I think it was as well.
Well, no, the death toll's risen to 50,000. Which is like a landmark, obviously, but the cases was 33,000 in one day or something like that.
Yeah, and I also think the deaths per one day or something was like it was over 500 again, which is like it's all pretty bleak. It just shows that this lockdown and now what annoys me is just like you have these horrific things, but everyone's like the R rating and the spread is going down. It's like that's because we're in lockdown. That's what we're doing. Like before lockdown, everyone went to the pub and like had a laugh, and that's why everyone died. Like it's pretty self-explanatory at this point. It's like you go to the pub and everyone dies.
Yeah, it's like going to the gym once and then thinking, great, well, I can just eat whatever I want for the rest of my life. It's like, well, not if you want to stay fit and healthy. That won't work like that.
Got to keep this going. Keep this going.
Well, yeah, I think it might.
I did learn some news about the vaccine. Apparently, it's quite strong, and they have to give you a jab, and then they have to watch you for 15 minutes, and then give you another jab.
What do you mean they have to watch you?
I don't know, for like bad things. I think maybe you get.
What are they going to do? Just watch you die? just watch you grow a second head. Like,
check for I don't know. Just bad things that could happen.
Just if you're convulsing, becoming a zombie, decapitate him quickly.
Yeah. So that's.
It has to be under really frozen conditions, Brandy. That's what they're saying.
Interesting. Yeah, there's a
So,
lot of the rumor millers are spreading about the old what the vaccine is going to be
someone's saying it
distributed.
needs to be 80 degrees, minus 80 degrees. And then someone tweeted, you can keep it next to Priti Patel's heart.
Classic.
Much better.
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be weird, isn't it? How
Well,
what? So everyone's going to go to the ice hotel and get their vaccine? Like, what's the vibe?
I have no idea. Keep it in a freezer. Maybe they'll keep it in a deli in the
Yeah,
freezer, the meat freezer. You go to the meat freezer for your vaccine
yeah,
behind the counter at Tesco. Come in for your vaccine. But we're going to apparently get 10 million this year, and that will go to the vulnerable old people.
yeah. It's not going to us. Yeah.
Ain't going to us, but I want it anyway, man. Are you an anti-vaxxer?
Yeah. Oh, notoriously. No, I thought that was the stance of this podcast, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. To be fair, don't vaccinate.
That's how we get the views, guys. Just for the YouTube vaccinations. We'll see. You know.
Well, also, so we're supposed to believe that now there's a vaccine. Apparently,
It's supposed to be in science. In science, you say.
Oh, so never heard of this virus before. Then never heard of the vaccine. And we're supposed to buy both of those, are we?
Yeah, I think not.
Okay, not. Sure. Yeah, sure. But I'm amazed at how many of my friends are like, yeah, I probably won't take it, to be fair.
Yeah, loads of people. Yeah, loads.
And not because of a, I don't want to take it away from people who might need it more than me. It's genuinely like, oh yeah, I'm not going to take it because, obviously.
It's like stupid. We've been through we've spoken about anti-vaxxers before on this podcast, and so for those who don't know, there was a study in the late 90s done by this stupid doctor. You can go back and listen to the episode; it's up, the anti-vaxxers episode, done by a doctor who has been widely sort of, well, everyone knows now he's sort of made up claims about in this report, and he linked vaccines to autism, and that was it. And there was a very, very small link to autism in children. I think I don't have the stats to hand, but if you go back to the episode, I think it was something like the majority of doctors who worked on
30 doctors were on it, and like 25 of them have said renounced,
have taken back their claims about the study, and it's just absurd.
Yeah, but that's what Big Pharma wants them to do, mate. That's what Big Pharma wants, pal.
Yeah.
I have enjoyed that though, of very sort of the liberal intelligentsia of London, who are all like anti-Big Pharma. Oh my God, just drug everyone, like it's awful, and then have to be in lockdown, and then suddenly it's like Pfizer have a cure. Pfizer, one of the biggest pharma conglomerates in the world, and it was like, I love you, Pfizer. Oh my God, I always said you were the best. Now we can
invest.
Exactly.
So good,
Oh my God, thank you, Pfizer. You're the best.
We'll forget about that time that you raised those drugs in America for those people and they couldn't afford their heart medication. Whatever.
Exactly. We don't care now because we get to go outside.
Yeah.
That is what I've enjoyed as well. But it was exciting news, bruv. When that came through, I was like, could this be the end? Biden, then that. I was like, 2021.
Well, Biden. Is it? Who knows? Here's another stance for you. Election fraud. The American people deserve better. How about that?
Yeah. Oh, so you're supposed to believe that he just won, did he? When it didn't look like he was going to win. And then
no tampering. Sorry. Yeah. He was in the lead. He was in the lead all night. He was about to walk out to the podium and celebrate, and then
suddenly these votes are mailed in.
Mailed. What is this? The olden era? Who mails, guys? Get yourself down there. This is nuts. And then
suddenly we've got this old guy in. Well, to be fair, it was going to be an old guy anyway. I mean, but I thought when they announced him and then the vaccine, I was like, maybe this is
turning around.
Yeah.
And then America did also announce that we had the most amount of COVID ever, and it broke the world record for most COVID cases in a country in a day.
And the Guinness Book of World Record guy was there with the mask on.
Yeah.
Well done, America.
You've smashed it. You've really pushed out the boat. Yeah, most amount of COVID in a day for a country, and I think their death rate is just skyrocketing. But I think America is almost taking the approach like. Bit like Sweden, just sort of fucking,
I don't know what the rule is, but America's so weird for that though, because it's like Europe. It's like you have federal law, but then you have state laws as well. So it's like each state has their own tribe, their own sort of thing of you can do this and that. So I don't know how it's working with masks and that out there, whether they're like, oh, you have to do these things nationwide, or whether it's like, well, each state gets to decide for itself. Texans just walking in like everything.
The Floridians are like literally like spitting in each other's mouths and stuff, and like just like licking the floors, like just
in their big trunks and their Hawaiian tops.
Yeah, they're just in Walmart licking shit. Just give a fuck.
I've bought it all before. I've got it already. Don't worry about that.
Don't worry. Yeah.
Have you been entertaining yourself in this second lockdown?
How have I been entertaining myself in? Existential crisis for the last 2 days, pre my birthday. And then I have been making lots of content and just generally doing various bits and bobs of work. It's been okay. A little boring, a little dull, but yeah.
That's why I didn't message you yesterday, was because I thought you wouldn't want another message of someone going happy birthday, because you are like on Friends when Joey turns 30 and is just crying at his cake and going, why, God? Why do you do this? So I thought, I won't message him, but I'll just post about it on the ADIF social channels.
Good. Perfect.
Did you see what I posted?
No, I didn't actually see what you posted. Did you tag me in it?
Nah, because I thought I didn't want to upset you.
Oh, you did.
There's a picture of the guy from Up. Just be like, happy birthday to Tom Ellis.
Thanks. Perfect.
So I thought I'll do that, but I wouldn't message you because, you know, I didn't think you'd like that. I saw you on your 28th birthday and you were almost crying at the Vauxhall food garden, about to go on stage. And you are normally crying before you're about to go on stage, but it's normally nerves.
Yeah.
You're normally like, I don't have any jokes. I'm like, Tom, don't worry about it. It's never stopped you before.
Yeah, you never did. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. Use that charisma, boy. That charm.
Just get out there and flail your arms.
What I just did, I hosted an angel comedy writing gym with some new comics.
Wait, you were the teacher?
I was the teacher.
Oh, God help those new comics. Christ. What did you wear that turtleneck? I bet you did, and sit down. You're like, you sat down and you went, Edinburgh, Vauxhall comedy, viral sensation, Allie Woods. and then you went.
One of those like acting class was like.
Yeah, and then you proceeded to tell them some terrible jokes about having a ginger penis. That's how I just assume it went down. That's how I assume it went down.
I have a normal penis with ginger around it. Thank you. I just started with silence for 4 minutes and just stared them all down, and then went, "What? Is comedy?"
Yeah.
Who
are you? Yeah.
I did a whole sort of Ricky Gervais in the office. Get out. Go on. Go on. Yeah. Leave the Zoom. Go on. Log off. You're not worth it.
Don't need it.
You've not left. Good. Go on.
Run of comedy. Never leave the stage until your time's up. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. Never leave until you absolutely are told to. Okay.
Yeah. Right. Unless they physically remove you from the venue, you keep doing your gig.
I just
Did you give him? You should have given some real sage advice, like if they're proper new comics. Just been like, guys. So, how do you feel about driving to Doncaster on Tuesday night
for an unpaid 10 minutes?
5 to 10. We'll see. Yeah.
Yeah, 5. If it's going well, keep going.
Yeah.
I remember getting told that when I was starting out. It doesn't happen so much at the better gigs, but I was like, "You're running an absolute shambolic here. You've not even found anyone." You're like, "See how it goes." It's just like, "Here we doing. What am I going to do? 45 minutes if I'm smashing it?"
Yeah.
You have no idea.
Just keep giving it well, mate. Yeah. They're probably going to hate you. I mean, I'll be honest, they're locals and they fucking don't like people from London, and they hate people. They hate young people as well. But
and you've got no jokes anyway, so on you go.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure it'll be all right. Yeah.
I just tried out new material for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
That's why I just sat there like, I've got these bits. Right. So the best way to learn comedy, is to watch comedy.
Embrace it. Embrace this. Yeah.
You will not learn any more than you will in the next hour and a half of watching me try half-written stuff I thought about this morning.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay. I like the idea of like comedy 101, the basics. Dick gags. Okay. Who's got them? Let's go. Come on.
I would love to do that. I'd love to do a workshop on penis-related material. I've got plenty.
Bags of it.
Yeah, I felt like a bit of a fraud at first doing it. That's why I said when they asked me.
At first, I mean, you felt like people just walked out and were like, "Well, that was a waste of time."
Imagine I left and they stayed and we're like, "What
the
fuck was that?
What was that? This guy,
do you have a breakdown?
If this is comedy, I think I could actually do it."
Yeah. And then I come back, and that was the lesson.
Yeah. That was a lesson how to bomb, okay?
And then, so they emailed me to say, do you want to do one of these comedy writing gyms? And I said, to be honest, I don't feel like I'm an appropriate person to be able to do this. Don't nod. You don't nod at that point, Tom.
No, I think 100%. I think that's...
It's the first right thing you've said all day, mate.
100%.
Yeah, completely agree. So then but then she said, "Oh no, you're great. We'd love to have you. You know, he's one of the best, up and coming. Saw your latest video, really great. You know, I think you're getting featured because you're just such a star." I was like, "Stop it. You know, this is all over email." And then,
are you paying for? Did you get the money transaction? Or?
So how it works, right, is they say
they shower you with praise, but don't physically.
They say you are an absolute star, and stars don't need money because it will come to them eventually.
You shine bright as it is. You don't need money to. I don't think it will clout your shine.
Yeah, you don't want to take the sheen off that bad boy. So then, no, I said. You don't. They ask for donations basically. You ask for people to donate to you after the.
It's like begging, sort of like begging at the end.
Yeah, it's just it's like street gym. It's like street writing. Like, come on, calm down.
A bit of light begging at the end, and it's all good.
Show the hat at the end, and so. But I said, look, because I've never done this before, I don't feel it's right to ask for money, so I'll just do it. And if anyone wants to donate to Angel Comedy, then go for it, because I'm just a bloody good bloke. And if anything, actually, people ask for money back from Angel. They're like, I donated a couple weeks ago, but I feel like now I've paid my debt.
I had to sit through an hour of that shit. I don't want to do it anymore.
Hour and a half. And it was great. Hell. I know, it felt like an hour and a half. It's supposed to be an hour, but it was sick, man, to see people like just coming up with these new ideas and work with people, and that's the nice end of it. It's like new comics where they're just trying to work.
What did you teach them? Teach them like joke webs and shit?
I don't think I taught them anything, to be honest. I let them teach themselves. Yeah. I'm like Jack Black in the School of Rock. I didn't teach them anything that will be helpful, but I taught them about life.
Yeah. Gave me essentials, you know, you gave them. Yeah.
I did. Have you ever done this? Have you ever done this writing one where I said you've got 2 minutes to write anything, start with a bit, ideas, thoughts, try and make it funny, but doesn't have to be complete, on a topic. Got 2 minutes, and the topic was frogs. When I did that, and then we sort of saw what people had done, and then I gave them a minute to write down 10 things that they think is unique about them, and then 2 minutes afterwards to pick one of them and do the same thing but for one of them, and then we just went through some stuff that they had brought themselves.
Were you really lame with like the frog stuff? You're like, oh, you got 5 minutes to do the frogs. Could be a leap. Oh,
hey! Jump to it. Exactly. Have my ribbon on. Wait. And then my bow tie spin down.
Yeah. I imagine that's exactly how it went down.
My best bits.
All pre-written jokes as well, though. Or you treat it like a set, nothing off the cuff, just banging out the same ones. People coming again, being like, he literally said those exact words last time. It's weird.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like reading off a script. And there's like a script looking down all the time, being like, and that the funny thing about comedy is you never know when it's going to be funny.
Yeah. Well, that is it.
Has anyone ever asked you for writing tips, Tom?
Yeah, loads of sketch stuff, so much. But I don't. You know.
You don't. You say no. Yeah. Ladders up, mate. Doors closed. It's only so much. Only so much space on the raft.
The internet's not as big as you think. You know. It's
exactly. Yeah. Hey, look. I can't tell you anything, mate. I do my thing. You do your thing. If I told you stuff, it would just confuse things.
Yeah. You can't use my voice, you know.
Yeah,
You gotta get your own fucking, your own gambit.
Your own thing, mate. Yeah, I sort of did posh, so sort of that's copyrighted now.
That's taken now. Yeah. That's taken.
And they're like, oh, okay, I understand, Mr. Tom. Tom, could you,
Tom, where are they from?
I just thought that was funny.
Skyping Japan. Oh, Mr. Tom. Yeah.
Mr. Tom, because that's how, Mr. Tom. Mr. Tom. I just wondered though, no worries. I completely understand about the no writing thing, but do you reckon you could share my stuff? Just share one of my sketches?
No.
Why not, Mr. Tom?
No, it's not going to happen. Not going to happen. No chance, son. No chance.
Do you think anyone, you do the old sort of like Dom at the Comedy Store, like,
do you think anyone
share my sketches when I was starting out, mate? Yeah. Don't work like that, I'm afraid.
Nah. But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting, but probably not that interesting for our listeners to hear us talking about comedy writing courses. So we will carry on with the news, ladies and gentlemen. Lockdown 2. I was going to talk about that Mason Greenwood thing, but I think actually it's probably too soon. It's starting to break in the papers, but I don't know. Football is behaving.
I don't want to talk about it. Nothing happens.
Nothing. All good. No problem.
Nah.
Not an issue. No. Okay, let's talk about the other main story which is Dominic Cummings is leaving.
Yeah, he's
off.
That's
Cummings
cool.
is off. He's
Cummings
decided to go. Yeah, Cummings is going. Who will run government now? Let's find out. It's going to be interesting, guys.
I just like this idea of Cummings just on his way out being like, so you know how everything works, Boris? You all good?
Yeah.
And Boris is there like, no. Goes, all right, mate. See you later, pal. It's been fun.
Do I get out the back door?
Yeah. So will there be another one of you sort of coming along soon to sort of do the things to sort of run the country?
No. Career recording. What do I say?
Did you watch that Channel 4 film on Brexit?
Yes, I did. Yep.
What did you think of Cummings in that? That was Benedict Cumberbatch playing Dominic Cummings.
I thought they glorified him pretty hard.
Yeah, it was amazing. I think it would have, at the time watching it, I didn't watch it when it came out, but I watched it on Netflix a couple of years later. And I think at the time watching it, because no one knew who Dominic Cummings was back in like 2016, 17. So it was sort of cool to think there was like this crazy genius guy who just completely just flipped democracy and politics on his head. But now he's been in the spotlight and he's been running the country. You do think, he's just another one of the slimy cunts.
Yeah. I think whatever. I think the Cummings thing is the situation there is. I mean, the fact is that he fell out with Boris's girlfriend. Like that's
was that it?
Yeah, it was like he's
which girlfriend
with him. No, sorry, his top aide. Boris is not.
Yeah, that was it.
Boris's top aide fell out with his girlfriend, so he left, and now Cummings is going. Yeah, just.
But also, Cummings also knows his fun is over. Like his fun is over.
Oh, he knows this is only going downhill. This is literally only going to bomb so hard for the next 18 months. It's just going to be absolute nightmare. Wait until they raise taxes. Good Lord, wait until they raise the taxes. You will just see people going nuts.
Yeah, but then they'll be like, tax what, mate? I've not got a job.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Smart move. It's like that meme of the guy. It's like they can't tax your income if you ain't got any.
Yeah. I don't know how they're going to get people to pay taxes. Probably like shut the pubs again. Be like, we'll shut them if you don't pay. And people will be like, all right.
It does seem like that is how they're mainly communicating with us. It's like they just
do what we want or we'll shut the pubs.
Yeah, or we'll shut the pubs. It's like they know we've only got sort of one source of enjoyment. It's like taking your PlayStation controller away. No, anything. I'll do it. Fine, whatever. I'll stay indoors.
It's their trump card. It's their ultimate move. Just if you
the pubs. But what do you reckon's going to happen next month, bruv? Because if on December 3rd, they're like, right, you got 4 weeks, go nuts. If they're still trying to say like, oh, but you have to obviously be with your household and in groups of 6 or whatever, no one's going to be doing that in December. Come on now. Do you reckon people will do that? Everyone's going to be having Christmas parties. They're going to be down the pub with everyone they know.
I don't know. It would be, I don't know. I think that they'll keep some rules, but everyone will break them again. So, and that'll be that. I also think, what was the other thing? I think the thing about getting all the students home for Christmas is hilarious as well. Doing like some kind of like evacuee kind of
Yeah.
how to get millions of people home for Christmas thing is just going to be nuts.
I was
That's just
thinking,
there's going to be so much COVID spread at Christmas. It's insane. Like
I was thinking that as a sketch of like the idea of
evacuee students. Yeah.
the idea of them getting home and then like, oh, so good to have you, and then immediately starting arguing with their family. Like it's like you forget how much you don't get on at Christmas. Like you think, oh,
Yeah.
Christmas, what a special time, and then you're like, I'm helping, Mum. I am helping. No, you're not. You're making it harder.
Yeah. I think more like coming home and then just your mum like fucking spraying you down with a hose in the garden, kind of proper jet washing you. And I think that's or just being like, or like, okay, this is my parents have been in the countryside for just months now.
Wait, they left at the start of lockdown 1, didn't they?
Yeah, they came back for a tiny bit and then they're back. They've gone back up to stay with family up there. And like my little brother was going up with his girlfriend, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll come for a little bit. That might be nice little break, leave London. And then my dad was like, well, you can come, but you won't be allowed anywhere near me and your mother. Your mother's going to be making dinner and sort of passing it through a hatch to you, and that's
nothing to do with Corona, Tom.
No,
we find you very frustrating and irritating as a son.
I just don't want to be around you.
So, you got the old hatch treatment.
Yeah.
So you could have gone for a week of solitary in the countryside.
Yeah.
Did you go?
I mean, he comes out. No, I didn't go. I didn't fancy the hatch life. Yeah, my dad does come out with some corkers. The other day, he's got a dog, right? And he's like, so Baxter's gonna be a daddy. He's having a. We're gonna have puppies. We found someone to breed him with, and I was like, oh, cool. Whose dog are you breeding with? And he was like, James Blunt's dad. Yeah, I met him when we were walking.
Unbelievable. That is countryside.
That is some countryside shit right there. I
want to see James Blunt singing as the puppies come out. Oh, beautiful.
No, James Blunt's dad. Yeah.
James Blunt's got a weird career because he was sort of really big as a pop star for about 8 months, and then it's since become just like a big internet.
Yeah, but when you don't underestimate James Blunt, because I've actually I do like
because I met him at a pub and he fucking kicked the shit out of me.
Yeah, he's a nutter, fucking nutter.
It's a nutter.
Fuck you, he will fuck you up. But like, I love nerdy music kind of information, and but you'd always be surprised at how many albums certain people have sold and like where they can tour and stuff. It's just like, for instance, the Kooks. You think that band, you're like, oh, the Kooks, whatever. They still play stadiums in South America. They probably couldn't even fill like 1,000 seats here in England now.
South America?
Yeah.
Why? Why do South Americans love the Kooks?
Love them.
The Kooks were like really British indie, and then British people didn't even like them.
Argentina and Brazil and everywhere, they smash it.
They're all singing Naive.
Yeah. And then James Blunt sold that album. He's only had one, I think. Well, anyone knows. And that album sold so many millions of copies. Like he lives a dream. He's like married to a supermodel and lives in a villa in Ibiza.
Who isn't, mate?
Yeah.
I'm sure he is. Fair play to him. I mean, I wish I could do that. But I do take your point. Like, there's a lot, and there's a big market for middle of the road music. There's a big market.
Sorry, Ed Sheeran. We started this podcast with Ed Sheeran, so we'll end it there. But the guy, that ginger Illuminati that you've all got working for you,
me, Ed, the bloke at Instagram, we're all in cahoots.
No, it's just you're all hanging out and you're all just talking about how to get gingers back on the telly.
Yeah, it's true. It's a big topic. But Ed Sheeran, he's a killer. But then you're thinking, what of his songs would you really care to listen to, like to sort of sit there and actually listen to a whole album? But people put that shit on in the background all the time, don't they? And just when they're pottering around doing stuff, they love it.
He made mundane, relatable lyrics to average chord structure, just smashed it out of the park.
Sort of like our sketches in a way.
Yeah. The lowest common denominator.
Do you ever think though? I think there definitely comedians looking at our stuff being like, I don't even get it. It's not funny. Like, it's got, look how many views it's got, and it's not funny.
They're called Ross Smith.
But I know that because that's what I'd be thinking as well.
She's like, what? This is not even shit. And then you're like, all right, we'll do it yourself then.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
know. What do you all right, do it then.
It's the classic Michael McIntyre paradox. It's like, if
Fuck McIntyre, but also
yeah,
if I could play stadiums, I would fucking do so.
but it's also that thing of like, oh, anyone could do what Michael McIntyre does, but if they could, he wouldn't be so popular. The point is that
Also, I always put the online shit in perspective for how good or funny you think yours are. There is a child dancing or some kid going whoa in a camera, and he's got 50 million views. So.
And so we've got to take them out next. That's our next target. That's our next target.
We're practicing the dance routine as we speak. It's
Yeah, that's the Adif duo, a little bit of a jig. That'd be good. But yeah, I mean, like we'll see next month. I'll tell you what. In two podcasts time, we'll have a clear image of what's going to happen. And I'm not sure they're going to extend the lockdown. So it might be December pop time again. And if it is, man is getting on it. I've been sober for 8 days, but man is getting on it. Yeah. But if it's pop time next month, Allie Woods is going to be in there.
Put Allie Woods out. The where do you live? Whitechapel.
Don't tell the listeners. They'll all come
round.
They'll come down and sing. Do my quotes from videos back to me. Yeah, exactly. And I'll be like, come in. Please. I love company.
I'll talk to you. I'll start signing shit, whatever you want.
They end up leaving. Like, there's a funny episode of Will and Grace.
I actually can't. I listeners don't ever talk about this shit because I don't really care. But at the day that Allie Woods gets recognised on the tube or the bus, which it will happen, the more followers you get, it will happen. It's happened to me several times. It's going to happen to you.
And it'll be like,
you will be such.
On you. What are you doing here?
You will be the most arrogant person. You'll take a selfie with them, being like, "They asked for a selfie.
Do you want a picture? You want a picture, don't you? All right, get it. Give it to their nan to take it. Go on, nan. Fucking, you make yourself useful.
Jump in. Come on.
How dare you?
All of that to look forward to. I'm sure we'll do an entire episode on the day I was recognised. Yeah.
Yeah, you won't be needed for that one. I'll be 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Woods.
Solo.
Can't wait. I can't wait for it.
Can't wait. It's going to be big, guys. It's going to be big. Right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening to All I Do Is Fail. I'm your host, Tom Elwes, and we would love you to subscribe to our Patreon. It would mean the world to us in these dark, dark days. I'm aware that some of you don't have that much money because of the global pandemic, but if you did have a little extra, please.
Also, some of you are doing all right now because you can't go out and get pissed in that, so you got a little extra kashish.
Yeah,
you can't spend it all on cookies from Sainsbury's like me, so you might have an extra £5 a month. $5 a month, bro. Patreon.com/AIDIFPod, AIDIFPOD gets you an extra episode every week. $5 a month. Chuck it in. Patreon.com/AIDIFPod.
Cool. Thank you very much. You can follow me at all good social media platforms. Ali.
Same. Ali Woods Gigs. Check me out. Look forward to engaging with you. If you're liking the stuff, just drop me a DM. If you want anything for us to talk about in particular on this podcast, drop us a DM on either of our channels or on AIDIF Pod, and we might be able to chat about it.
Yeah. Has anyone ever actually DM'd David Pod?
Yeah, all the time.
Just tens of people.
I think once there was one of those like, get 1 million followers now today.
Yeah.
And I clicked on it and talked to them. They ended up blocking me.
Yeah. Yes, I want that. Please.
Yeah, please. How did you do it? How are you? What's going on in your life?
Yeah. Getting too friendly with those chat robots from MSN. Right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Take care. Bye-bye.